for the Metroplex, we join you from Jerry World, AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, a good battle in the NFC. It's the Chicago Bears and the Dallas Cowboys. We welcome you, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, and that's Cairo Santos to get us started. Off we go from AT&T Stadium. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. So that Cowboy offense takes the field, ready to go to work for the first time. They are led out by their quarterback, Dak Prescott.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, the coaching staff. Everyone is better as the result of him being your quarterback.
A first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. 1 yard gain. Brings up second and 9.
Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. He'll find his tight end. That's Steve Ferguson. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
These curl routes. He's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
First down, it is Williams. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
He was at his 49-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
Play action now. Prescott. Short throw, by Schoonmaker. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
On first and 10, Prescott gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. A pickup of 14 on that one. First down, Cowboys.
First down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
And he'll be out of bounds. A pickup, though, of 6.
This is a great example here. He's not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 3. Here's a designed run. He'll step up and run.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Play 8 of the opening drive coming up, and now they face 3rd down. Dak gonna run with it himself. Oh, he didn't need much, but I don't think he got there. Gonna depend on the spot, but it looks like he is short.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to him, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
So instead of going for the 1st down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. Aubrey's kick is good. And the Cowboys will take a 3-0 lead.
You know, they did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along. But that's a good 3 points to start this game.
On that opening drive, we'll see the response as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by the quarterback from USC, Caleb Williams.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year 2. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump. There's also some struggles you have to work through. In year 2, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year 2 is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
Williams going to throw on the first play. That'll be caught by DeAndre Swift. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 3. Quickly, he hits Loveland on the RPO. And he's going to be out of bounds, just shy of midfield. They gain 18 yards on that one. Good for a Bears 1st down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
First run of the game here for DeAndre Swift. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pick up of 14 and a first down.
A gain of 14. And the Bears.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
That's caught left side by Odunze.
Complete to number 15, Odunze. Out of bounds at the 35-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8.
From the 35, here's second and 8. Here's Swift. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple to Devian Clowney. There in run support.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
They need to get it to the 27. This is third down. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. There to Odunze. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. They get 24 on that one. Just like that, it's first and goal.
First down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
I mean, what a start to this game throwing the ball. I mean, I don't think the ball's hit the ground yet, Mike. I mean, he's 4 for 4. Now he's got his offense set up here early with first and goal.
They'll put Loveland in motion. They'll run with Swift. And he's in! DeAndre Swift. Touchdown, Chicago. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Now Cairo Santos to add the point after. It's up and good. And the Bears move out to a 7-3 lead.
Cowboys 3.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. This is short kick, returnable from the 13. And it will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to get going with their second possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with first and 10. Look to hit him with a jet sweep here to begin this drive. And he'll get about 3 on that one. It'll be second down.
So, Mike, this is a great example and a great moment to bring up why it's so important for these offenses to make everything look the same. Formationally, pre-snap movement, because the second that motion looks like a jet motion and he's going to get the ball as opposed to a traditional motion, these defenses are so in tune with all those little differences, they know it's coming and there's not going to be a lot of gain.
Second down, Prescott. Quick throw, taken in, and they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
3rd and inches. They'll run the sneak. And he'll get it back to midfield. That's it. No gain on the play.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
They'll run it with Williams. And he'll get back to midfield, so no gain on that one.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 50-yard line.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. Prescott now. That's brought in right side by Pickens. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
3rd and 5. A shotgun snap for Prescott. He's got a receiver, and that's Lamb. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. A big connection from Dak to CD. 33 yards.
At the 12-yard line.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
Now it's Williams. He left that first defender grasping for air as he winds up getting 8 out of that one. Here's 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Dak. Good coverage there in the end zone. That is incomplete. Terrific work. They separated the man from the football, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
Looking to convert for the 3rd time on this drive. They'll need another here. It's 3rd and 2. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's going to be out of bounds just past the marker. The ball was in the proper place for a new set of downs.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that first down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
To throw is Prescott. This one caught just past the pylon. George Pickens. Touchdown, Dallas.
Now remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. He's got it. It's now 10. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. On the return, it's Devin Duvernay. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Bears offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
2 yards. It's 2nd and 8.
Thrown quickly, that's more on the RPO. Was brought down, that pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
So anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of the receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball, modest gain.
Third down and 3. From the shotgun, it's Williams. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Luther Burden, the intended target. And it's going to be 4th down.
So prior to that 3rd down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation at that down and distance. They had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, here's Torrey Taylor, the punt for Chicago. Turpin to return for the Cowboys. That's a very nice return. He has given the offense a short field. Cowboys offense headed back to take over once more. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. Williams gets it on the draw. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10. That's good for a Dallas first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Now it's 2nd and 1. To throw is Dak. Exiting the pocket right. He runs with it. And he'll fight forward. Doesn't get a hold up, but he got what he needed. It is 1st and goal coming up. An injured player down there, and that's the man they can't afford to lose. It is indeed Dak Prescott. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. So, not quite 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. They run over center with Williams. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Bears' 10-yard line.
They'll go play action here with Hilton. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That's a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
On 3rd down, Prescott. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
The defenders knew a pass was coming. They had their ears pinned back here on third down, but they initially allowed him to escape the pocket and make a break for it, but give him credit. They recognized the scramble quickly, rallied to the ball, stopped him short of the first down.
On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. This, about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Back out is Brandon Aubrey. Had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. Duvernay on the return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin then. The Bears offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
A gain of 19 yards. 1st down, Bears.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
He'll get this to Missouri man, Luther Burden. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 21 yards.
A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. It's the Cowboys with the early edge. We're back to Arlington in a moment. Bears in possession, here to start the second quarter. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. As we are ready to get back underway. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
And we've seen this time and time again. When this guy is in a groove like he is here, I mean, he's impossible to block. I mean, the offensive line, they've got to come up with a better plan to slow him down, or he's going to completely wreck this game.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
their ability here to take this from second and long to third and short, they've got a really good opportunity here, Mike. If they don't get it on third, don't be surprised if they go for it on fourth.
Now a 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it. It's Swift. They get 15 on that game. First down, Chicago.
15 yards. That's another Bears first down. A gain of 15. First down, Chicago.
Anytime you're having a really good drive like this, Mike, you just hate to see it stall out in the fringe of the red area. But in this case, not only did they pick up some good yards,
15-yard line, they work 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. Flush to his right. And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
10 more yards.
10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the 1st down.
this is part of the field where you have to account for the quarterback as a runner. Nothing's open downfield. Great job by your secondary, but then he makes a break for the goal line, and they're able to stop him just short, but not until after he sets his guys up 1st and goal.
Swift trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short.
By Kenneth Murray. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
From the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal. One more time, they try Swift. Trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short.
The thing that stands out to me about this defense, Mike, is they just make you earn everything. They don't concede any downs. You see it here on this last play. Great job here. No gain. Forced 3rd down.
Once more from the 2, 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Williams. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Luther Burden. Touchdown, Chicago. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
On is Santos for the PAT. It's up and through. And the Bears move out in front by a point. It's 14-13.
13.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Cavante chirping on the return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense headed back to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. action now. Prescott. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got us. Montez Sweat. He's in for the sack. It's going to be a loss of 8 to begin the drive.
Impressive play by the defensive end here, Mike. It's his technique. It put him in position to not only make the play, but it's that closing speed that's allowed him to finish it off.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Play fake. Prescott. That's brought in right side by Pickens.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
3rd and 7. Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. Well, left side, caught by Ferguson. And he puts his head down and he picks up the 1st down.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
They'll go with Williams. He did not want to go down there. Carrying tacklers, it's a gain of 9.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up, I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. It's another run here for Williams. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a 1st down.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the 1st down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Prescott. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for George Pickens there, and that will lead to a 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
And a nice run to be close to the 1st down, protecting himself, sliding at the end.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
Third down and 3. A shotgun snap for Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete. Man, he had all day to throw that ball. Couldn't find anyone open downfield. And it brings up 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Now Dak on 4th down. That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. Give the ball over on down.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down, but this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick 1st down.
Bears, 1st down. It's a gain of 10.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. Williams. Taking off.
A 7-yard gain.
These are the plays that just drive the defensive coordinator crazy, Mike. You do everything right, but you don't account for the quarterback scrambling. He's able to get out of the pocket and gain enough for a 1st down.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. A play fake. Now Williams moving to his left.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his 1st and 2nd read, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37. Here's Williams now to throw. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard. Sets up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time. Play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
Here now, 3rd and 5. To throw, it's Williams. Here's a screen taken in by... They get 14 out of the screen, and it's a 1st down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
They'll put Loveland in motion. Williams going to look to throw it on 1st down. That's complete. It's Odunze.
Williams pass. Complete to Rome Odunze. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 15-yard line.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. And No turnover here. One of the guards able to get the football and get on it to keep possession.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
On third down, it's Williams. And they're going to get him a second time. He goes down again.
And it looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
On fourth down, it's Cairo Santos on for the Bears field goal. This will be an even 40-yard attempt. Santos' kick is good. And the Bears will extend their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Santos, following the made field goal, back out to kick this one away. On the return, here's Turpin. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Cowboys offense getting set to get back to work. They'll start out first down and 10. A pitch comes to Williams. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Dak. There's a short one that's caught by Ferguson. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. Quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. He's got his man. It's Pickens. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that first down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. from the 46. Here's second down and 5. On the handoff, it is Williams running to the right. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. A gain of 11 on that one. First down, Cowboys.
First down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. Here's a second and 9. Now Prescott. Looking to set up the screen, but it's broken up and it's incomplete. They were right there on that one defensively. And that's going to bring up third down.
This is something they teach defensive linemen, Mike, that, of course, we want to get to the quarterback and pressure and hit him and ultimately sack him. But if you don't think you're going to get there, when his hand comes off the ball, your hands go up. Get in that throwing lane, get a deflection, and he's able to force the incomplete.
Into the hands of Pickens. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a first down in this spot.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets to the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
A first down throw for Prescott. Into the hands of Pickens once again. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
That is hot side of the end zone. C.D. Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys. Greg, it's one of those, sometimes you got to feel like you know where the ball's going to go, and the defense knows it too, but it still ends up in that guy's hands for the touchdown.
Absolutely, Mike. In these critical situations, like down here in the red zone, it's players, not plays. It doesn't matter what you drop on the board. You say, okay, who's my best player? Put him in a good matchup, let him go win, and give him a chance. That's exactly what they do here, and I think we're going to see a lot of this the rest of the game.
Aubrey now for the extra point. He gets it to go. And the Cowboys go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3.
Bears 17.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. On the return, it's Devin Duvernay. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. DeAndre Swift in the Bears offense, set for their next possession. Will try to establish some tempo as They start this one with 1st and 10. Throwing is Williams. This one taken in by Odunze. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this 2nd quarter.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Now Williams. That's out left and complete to Burton. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. He gets this complete to Burton. That's a 2nd charge timeout to Chicago, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining until halftime.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just often the quarterback is able to throw the ball first read in the progression. So hats off to the play call. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes. And there is a lot of room to operate.
First and 10. Throwing again. Williams. Over the middle, he's got Burton. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a 1st down.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a 1st down.
On now, it's Cairo Santos for the field goal. This one from 54 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. So, halftime straight ahead. And we send it over to Scott Hansen, who has the EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen back with you in the studios in Orlando. We've got a close one, as we expected. No quarter given on either side. We are all tied up at the break. This one could go either way, so let's find out as they're ready for the 3rd quarter kickoff. Send it back out to the stadium and our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
drive typically results in success later.
Play action. Here's Williams. Right side. Caught by Burton. And then he brought it down. 6 on the first down.
Receivers often considered the same catches tend to be a little bit more around so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
41. Here's second and 4. On the give. It's Smith. He brings it to the red zone. Down inside the 20-yard line. Gain there of 84 yards. First down, Chicago.
It's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you can feel the ball that's a win for the defense. That run wasn't anything really about what the Lions are doing. It's everything in play. It's just very short. It's like these coaches short yard play.
They'll go play action here with Williams. Cross right side to the tight end, Komet. And he goes out of bounds at the 3, and from there it's going to be first and goal.
Nothing really fancy about that last completion, but what it does do, Mike, is now they're on the doorstep of the end zone. So now they've got to find a way to finish this long drive with a touchdown.
Ball sitting on the 3. It is first down and goal. From the shotgun, it's Williams. This one caught at the 4. Oh, a nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
That's a great example of just the range that this linebacker has to be able to not only react quick enough to realize that running back was a threat to the flat, but to be able to have the speed to get there and bring him down for no gain.
We'll go again from the 3. It is second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this one ruined quickly. Take them back to the 5-yard line.
It makes sense on second and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have third down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on third and goal.
From back at the 5, here now third and goal. They'll try to run with Swift. Good blocking, and he's in. DeAndre Swift. Touchdown, Bears. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
It just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this second half. Santos for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Bears will go up by 7.
Bears 27, Cowboys 20.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. This one fielded at the 15. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. There's CeeDee Lamb heading back out there with the rest of his Cowboys teammates. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Play action now. Prescott. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Tremaine Edmonds in there to drop him. Loss of 5 to start the drive.
They probably would have been better off just handing the ball off to the running back, Mike, because when they used him as a decoy, nobody fell for it. By the time he finished his fake and got his head around, the defense was all over him.
Second down, Prescott. Off he goes.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Third and 11. Shotgun snap for Prescott. Open man, right side. He's got it. They get 18 on that one. That's good for a Dallas first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
First down, it is Williams. What more could you ask for on first down? Nice run of 8, setting up second and short.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And he'll get the first down there, a pickup of about 5 yards.
This is just another creative wrinkle that they can add to their offense to help move the chains. They don't do a ton of sweeps throughout the course of the game, but they do just enough here and there to keep the defense guessing.
First and 10 at the 40. Now Prescott. That's out wide to Williams. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4. It's bring up 3rd down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
3rd down, they need 5. Oh, now flags come in. Looks like movement up front. And 3rd down just became a lot tougher. That one on the tackle, Terrence Steele.
Still 3rd down.
So a much more difficult scenario now. It is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. He'll get this one complete to Schoonmaker. It's a gain of 19 in the air. First down, Cowboys.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Having a tight end that can contribute in the passing game, Mike, I mean, it just seems like it's become more and more common throughout the entire league. And not only do you have to be reliable, but you have to be athletic enough after the catch to take advantage of some of these targets. So it's exactly what he does here, and you can tell why he's such a big part of this offense.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Here's Dak to throw. A quick slant, taken by Lamb. And they'll work close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that.
And he seen he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
If you send your field goal unit on the field, Mike, it gives you a chance to chip away at this deficit. But I think I'm keeping my offense on the field. I'm going to one of my critical plays on my call sheet. Keep this drive alive. The hope is to come away with 6.
So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. For 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Cowboys will cut the lead down to 4.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. Duvernay on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. DeAndre Swift of the Bears offense, set for their next possession. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. This one not quite on target, but him too much. That one falls incomplete. He was looking to get it to DJ Moore. It's 2nd down.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think here we are in the 2nd half, and that's only his 2nd incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
They'll run. It's Swift. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. Quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like we might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
3rd and long. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. The throw on the run is complete. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
Well, the snap, a poor one, and it's blocked. Oh, the rush comes through, and they block it. Here's Dak Prescott, and the Cowboy offense set to go again. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long.
Turn his TV off, 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 turn his TV off. Crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious, crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious, crazy, scary.
Wow, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. They'll run. It's Williams. Some room to run as he takes it down to the 2-yard line.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and goal.
Second and goal. Williams is in. Touchdown, Dallas. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
On for the PAT is Aubrey. The kick is good. Cowboys go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3.
27.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Duvernay on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. DeAndre Swift and the Bears offense set for their next possession. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. Loveland in motion. A play fake. Now Williams. To the left side, into the hands of Moore. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2 at the 36-yard line.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's second and 2. Williams. He'll air it out down the middle. That is hard. And he will go all the way. DeAndre Swift. Downstairs. That is his third touchdown of the afternoon.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field. And after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
On is Santos for the PAT. He's got it. And the Bears have taken a 4-point advantage.
34. Cowboys 30.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. They play it short, take it at the 15-yard line. Whoa. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line.
38-yard line.
Here's Dak Prescott and the Cowboy offense set to go again. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going.
When I got rich and bro coming slow, 6 racks on a sweater. Think I'm cheating, I'm just chilling with the fellas. Grandma always told me never trust these. Space if the racks on it, camouflage bells. Diamonds on it.
Now now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. The drive begins with a run by Williams. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 8. Play fake. Prescott. In the middle of the field, it's taken by C.D. Lamb. A gain of 16 yards. That's good for a Dallas first down.
Cowboys, first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the first down.
An unbalanced look to the left here on 1st down. Back to throw is Prescott. Short throw brought in by Schoonmaker. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A gain of 4.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
It is 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Dak. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
13 yards on the play.
It's a pickup of 13 yards. First down, Cowboys.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
They'll run it with Williams. Finding space at the 15. And he will score! Devontae Williams. Touchdown, Dallas. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Now Aubrey for the extra point. Cowboys go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3.
Bears 34.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Duvernay on the return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. DeAndre Swift and the Bears offense set for their next possession. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Here's Swift. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike, and I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
3rd and 9. Throwing is Williams. The pressure gets there, and down he goes.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
Send out their punt as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. Now, fair catch taken, and they're going to have great field position just shy of midfield. So, back and forth they go as we through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First down, Prescott. Over the middle to his tight end, Ferguson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Brings up 2nd.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play, winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
They'll play action. It's Prescott. This pass right side, caught by Lamb.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
38-yard line.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. On play action, here's Dak. Open man down the field, it's Ferguson. And he's into two-score advantage.
Yeah, I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a two-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Can't hear it no more. Stand up to the man, can't hear him no more.
Aubrey now for the extra point. His kick is good. The Cowboys will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Bears 34.
It's not enough. You solid, but it's not enough. You better reach that, but it's not enough. See, bigger than myself, but it's not enough. I get on it. Yeah, somebody gotta do it. I'm in. Hey, somebody gotta do it. I take the G. Hey, watch him do it. He's a vibe outside, all from the music. They like, what he on? This is Alpha and Omega. Welcome home. This is not a song. This is a revelation. How to get it gone.
Brandon Aubrey to kick
So
off
now,
the fourth
after the
quarter.
touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Williams. That one into the hands of Moore downfield. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A pickup there of 28 yards.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
On 1st and 10, it's Williams. This one taken in by Odinze. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 38-yard line.
On the give, here's Swift. Good running there. He's got the 1st down inside the 30.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Bears
2nd and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a 1st down.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Here comes Swift. They toss it right. And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's 2nd down.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant. And once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now Swift.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and big bring them down for a short gain.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long. To throw, it's Williams. We'll try to set up the screen here to Swift. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. It's going to bring up the first down.
Anytime you call a running back screen, the key is the relationship between the offensive line and the running back. They have to be in sync perfectly to set up the big play. That wasn't the case here on 3rd down. He gets tackled short of the sticks.
So now the Brazilian-born Cairo Santos in a big spot. This to get back to a one-possession game. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And they are indeed back within one score.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So the field goal makes it a one-score game here in the 4th quarter as they kick it away. On the return, here's Turpin. Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield. The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
And up until this point, this is not something that we've seen a lot of. This running back's had a really nice day. So in this case, this rep goes to the defense.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap for Prescott. Left side, caught by Lamb.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there, and they force 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
On 4th down, the veteran Brian Anger on to punt for Dallas. And back deep is Devin Duvernay to return. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. Bears offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
Second and 10. They'll go play action here with Williams. A throw on the move is caught. And this yields nothing. He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
Brings up third down and 9.
Big play coming up. This is third down. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. Down the field, but it falls incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down? It's something these teams stress all week. There's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up fourth down.
The Bears sending out their punt team. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the fourth quarter. And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully, and that's where he'll turn it over to the offense. The Cowboys offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll begin just shy of midfield with a 1st and 10. Finding space inside the 40. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a 1st down.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the fourth quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
On 1st down, right back to Williams. Not much happening there, just a short gain.
Edwards on the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 26-yard line.
So, from the 26-yard line, here is 2nd and 8. Prescott. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
3rd and 7. Here's Prescott. That's right side. He's got Ferguson. And he is very close to the 1st down, but an eyeball, he is shy of it. They say it's 4th and inches.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching the defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
So, pressure kick coming now for Brandon Aubrey. This to make it a 2-possession lead. And this one, right in the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Out is Brandon Aubrey at the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. This will be returned from the 2. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. Well, there's offense ready to come back out for this next possession. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. They're going to run. It's the man from Rutgers, Kyle Monunga. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Williams. To the left side, into the hands of Moore. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. 18 yards on the catch and run will move the chains.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And he'll find some way to turn this into positive yardage, struggling forward for a pickup of about 2.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 8. A play fake. Now Williams. That's going to be taken in by Durham Smythe. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. First time they've looked his way all game long. But he comes through with the grab and a 1st down.
And the Bears 1st down.
This hasn't been his best game by any means, but what I really like, Mike, is regardless of the score, regardless of the time of the game, he is out there battling. He's doing everything in his power to chip away and see if he can get his team back in this game here in the 4th quarter. They've got to find a way to capitalize in this drive. Continue to cut into that deficit every...
And he will score! Game on! Rome Odunze! Touchdown, Chicago. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting.
Santos for the extra point. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3. A field goal here in the fourth quarter.
Bears 44.
They've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. Short kick taken just inside the 20. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Here's Dak Prescott and the Cowboy offense set to go again. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Here's a designed run. He'll step up and run this.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and 6. Now Prescott. Wide open, middle of the field, he's got his receiver. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. 22 yards, the pickup there. That's good for a Dallas first down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out. At this stage in the fourth quarter, the defense understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Dak. And they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield. And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, an extra one built in with the 2-minute warning coming up momentarily.
Every day come cool and shady. I'm airing you cause I'm I'm an anxious state, no worries daily. But if I link my G's, it goes away that honey. I gotta find a daughter, baby, jet.
So, back up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. To throw is Prescott. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved a touchdown along the way.
The Cowboys get their special teams out on the field as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. Now, Caleb Williams and the Bears down by a 2:16 to play. They have 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they go to work on 1st down. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. 18 yards, what a great way to start the drive. It's a 1st down. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Plenty of time, plus 2 timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10. Swift. And he searches for a gain of about 5.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike, but unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
It is 2nd down and 5. They'll drop to throw. Here's a screen taken in by Swift. This one going to be sniffed out. Blown up in the backfield.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
This crowd urging the defense on. It is 3rd and 8. Here's Williams. Gonna look deep, looking for more. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. This guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. He gets this complete to Burton. That's a 2nd charge timeout to Chicago. The stoppage comes just over a minute to play this one.
And the Bears, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Throwing again, Williams. That's a short one, caught by Lovely. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
As the saying goes, Mike, you need your big-time players to make big-time plays, and the moment doesn't get bigger than this. Find yourself down. A touchdown gives you a chance to win this thing in regulation, and I think they got a shot.
Now, 2nd and inches. We'll try to throw again. Here's Williams. Over the middle, he's got Burton. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. 17 yards on the gain, and now they've got 1st and goal.
And with that throw, Mike, now they're clearly in position where they can at least attempt to tie the game with a field goal. But I don't think they should take the foot off the gas. Continue to take shots downfield. Continue. See if you can come away with a touchdown, knowing you at least have a field goal try if the touchdown.
And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
This game has certainly not been for the faint of heart, Mike. I mean, we've been riding the ups and downs the entire time, but what a job by this offense. Game on the line to find a way to score and take the lead with very little time remaining.
Santos, good on the extra point. And the Bears have taken a 4-point advantage. 47. To the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. This will be returned from the 6. They'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop.
Over 1st and 10. At the yard line.
Here we go. One final play. He's going to let this one go deep. And he'll be taken down, and that is going to do it. Oh, the comeback falls short. Time runs out. This game is over. So this one, a win for the visiting Bears. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That is the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.